This one's sad.
This one is very sad.
Oh my God. So Ordis is retiring. Mike Leatham, he's retiring, and I think he's building rockets or something, right? Space rockets?
I don't know what he's doing.
Heavy into aerospace, as far as I understand.
He's finally ready to hand off the torch.
Yep.
Oh, Mike's been a DU forever. I wonder if there's a way that we could show our appreciation. Today we're going to make a statue featuring the Origin System's best Cephalon. Ordis has been with us since 2014, which is almost as long as Warframe's been around. He's captured the hearts of Tenno globally, so it's only fitting that we make the person who gave Ordis his identity something from the heart as well. We'll start with a brainstorming session. I want to represent Ordis's personality in this piece, so I'm going to take references from both images and text from the game. We'll start with Ordis himself. He seems to enjoy hanging around the Drifters' camp, so I think we can include some elements from there. Some ferns, rocks, and the stump of an old tree. One of Ordis's lines refers to a rodent he's named. I suppose he considers it a pet? Since Ordis is on Earth when he says this, I will assume his little friend is a quokka, so we'll add one of those too. The design is starting to come together. It has a warm, cozy vibe, just like the one Ordis gives off, when he's not being sassy.
Ordis, are you certain this is the best angle of approach?
Well, outside of this corridor lie burst scanners, severe radiation, proximity mines,
your death beams.
So yes, Ordis recommends staying within the shipping corridor.
Or aggressive.
It's just the corpus peddling their wares again.
Get off the emergency frequency!
Or broken.
I remember a secondary system nearby.
You get the picture. Ordis is one of the first characters you meet when you boot up the game for the first time, as you liberate your Lisette from the enemy's control. As you become accustomed to the game, he will be guiding you along. He might seem to be just an AI, but if you dig just beneath the game's surface, you will find something much, much darker. But we're running out of time and we still have so much to do. We need to bring this figure to life, and to do that, we have to bring it from the second dimension to the third. We'll start by importing an old Ordis model that I made a couple of years ago, and go about adding in the extra details I didn't need before. Then, taking the references of Drifter's camp, we'll make the forested area behind him. This will serve as both a backdrop and a stand to give the illusion of Ordis floating. Finally, we'll add Septimus, Ordis' little forest friend, to keep him company. The tree itself is easy enough, and I was quite surprised at how the low poly actually gave it a nice tree-like texture. So I tried to replicate that when I changed it to the higher quality mesh. Since the events of the New War, Ordis has developed a love for the forest he now calls home, and finds himself drawn to nature. Having only known the rage of war, he seems to appreciate the gentle peace he finds himself enveloped in. And it's in the quiet moments that I believe his character truly shines. Ordis is often known as the plucky and sometimes annoying computer assistant to the player. His one-liners and sassy comments will either rub off on you or grind your gears, as they have done with the many people boasting online about having him permanently muted. I think this often overshadows the softer parts of Ordis's personality, which in my opinion is the shining jewel of his character. Occasionally, Ordis will say something warm that will be overlooked by the player base at large, often regarding something about his operator's well-being. In Ordis, the operator finds a caregiver, a mentor, an instructor, and sometimes even a nagging parent. This caring nature extends to other characters besides the operator as well, most oftentimes other Cephalons, but he rarely acts on his own behalf. This caring, nurturing side to Ordis did not come naturally. You may think he was simply programmed that way, and you're partially right, but you can't know about his true nature without looking harder. Now that the sculpt is finished, it's time to start painting. For the purpose of this video, I'll paint it digitally. This allows me to plan out the colors and shading without making any egregious mistakes that would be very hard to fix with real paint. Let me know in the comments if you would like to see another video showing that actual painting process. Choosing what colors to use is easy enough. I will simply take inspiration from the references that we took, starting with Ordis himself. Earlier, I mentioned that there is more to Ordis than meets the eye. Even veteran players may not know the story behind the glass cube. To find it, you're going to need to look beyond the hordes of enemies rushing your way, beyond the complex math of modding, builds, and min-maxing, beyond even the collectibles and trinkets the game has you search countless hours for. No. To find Ordis' story, you're going to have to find glowing Cephalon fragments hidden throughout the system. I will link a video from Original Wicked Fun showing you how to find them. To the uninformed tenno, these may look like fractions of world building and concept art, but look deeper. Or rather, listen harder. Do you hear that noise? Did you know that if you move your cursor to just the right place, you will find
Me, the beast of bones.
Beneath the simple lore lies the hidden story of the one person your player character is closest to for the entire game. The one person you think you know best. But in reality, you know nothing. Before I go any further, I would highly recommend you stop here and go find the fragments yourself. But if you simply cannot wait, please allow me to regale you in the tale of Ordis, in his own words.
I have hidden the truth of my existence from the operator, from myself. Take it from me, knowing is hell. Stop now. You will want to laugh, you will want to scream. My search began as the essential question. What am I? Bones of steel and space? Lungs that make air? If I am a machine, how can I think? This would be forbidden by the Orokin, a manifestation of their true enemy. I serve the operator above all else. It defines me, fills me with love. The greatest Orokin fear is a machine aware. Yet here I live, a spirit of steel and light, made by them, a Cephalon. What is a Cephalon? At first it seems to be a forbidden thing, a computer that thinks and feels. Yet I have flaws, phantom memories. I am something else. More like an image, a ghost, an abomination. I feel a dull pain, a phantom life. There are holes in my diagnostics. If the Orokin made me, they omitted the how. I am neither code nor precepts. I must be a reflection of something ugly. I should have stopped, but the operator slept, and I cycled on and on and on. I began to think that a Cephalon cannot be made. They are found like pearls, torn from muscle, polished, and then set in chains. How many times have I done this, Ordis? Remembered and then erased? You are a Cephalon, timeless, patient. Why can't I be blissful in ignorance? Truth only sinks the heart. So stop now.
The phantom memory. I ease into the bath. My skin riots at the heat. I am flesh. I dive further, eyes stung as I watch their faces through prism. I hold my breath. They prepare me. I am their honored guest today. They dress me in robes of crystal thread. They adorn me in battle medallions. A torn, ugly face looks on, my reflection. Their golden combs snag in my hair. I reach back, parting the strands, and they gasp. 2 bone ivory hooks protrude from the base of my skull. The bone plugs of me and my best, a warrior's pact. It is my time. I enter the great hall to sound of foul chimes. Golden eyes greet me, hands stirring in my scent as I pass by. Even in this moment, no happiness. Instead, my heart races with hatred. I walk through the silky haze of the Forbidden Palace. I can think of no one being this close to Orokin. Their sweet air soothes me, erodes my purpose. I hold my breath and remember the dream. This dream, endlessly repeated. Exposure armored, holding my scarlet sword, I stand victorious atop a vast heap of death, a colossal moon made of rib and skull, the gravity sum of genocides I've made in their name. The bones crack underfoot, so I sink in the dream. Bone sand rushing through the cracks of my visor, filling my helmet and suffocating me. And I deserve it. The foul chimes snap me back. My wretched knees are bent and penitent against the golden floor. A harpish voice sings a song they've prepared in my honor. Its title the same as mine, Beast of the Bones. I feel the crowd pulled inward, enraptured by the brutal verses, the sickening chorus. I will not disappoint them. The song ends, and so he says, "Rise, Auden Karis." I have never seen an Orokin close and in the flesh. My battered face flushes at their peerless beauty. How can he be so perfect? A deception? A sense manipulation? He holds the red vial in his hand. Impossible! He calls out, "No greater gift, no greater prize, no greater love we can give you, Auden, than this." He raises the red vial and proclaims, "To be one of us." What did I expect, operator? Maybe vast riches or golden statues or a solar rail named in my honor. But not this. I came to murder the gods, not to become one. The chamber drones with their silk voices. Joyous words, how honored I must feel. Wrong. Did I want to be an Orokin, undying? No. Their beast of bones is haunted by the dream repeated. Why would I want forever? As I am apt to do, I form a plan. Their radiant bodies become targets. Their Dax guards, mag shields. Killing one, well, that's too easy. I want to be remembered. I raise my hands, twisting my fingers through my hair, ripping the bone plugs in my neck. They called us mercenaries, but for us, profit was a consequence, not a goal. We were warriors above all else. It was the bond, the sisters and brothers, the rituals we valued most. It was belonging. And so I conceived of the bone plugs. Only my best were so honored. 2 jagged bones harvested from your thigh, cultivated, and then driven into the base of the skull, twisted around the superior vein. Future thoughts of surrender were lost. Instead, you would liberate your bone plugs, fighting with claws in the warmth of your last blood. So I've pulled the plugs, and the Dax see and know. My heart surges, but I control it. A racing heart only shortens the fuse. The bone plugs in hand, I kick from the floor, red ribbons unfurling behind me as I take flight. After this, finally, the dream will end. I glide on red wings. Robes shed, making me an ambiguous target to Dax steel. I let fly my ivory blades. They find new homes in Dax eyes. I land with my red nakedness, delicate Orokin throats twisting in my calloused hands. Why? Believe me, this was the plan from the beginning. The murder and brutality was all a ploy, all a soul sacrifice to earn their trust. A genocide path leading to a singular opportunity. An honored mortal called to a forbidden hall to face the Golden Lords in flesh. Why? Believe me, I was their loyal, murderous dog. Until the day that ugly child was brought to me. He was caught spying on us, amplifying our losses. His face burned. He was starved sick like a stray. Ugly as I. It struck me. We were all pit dogs, ruining ourselves for the pleasure of the glorious and beautiful. Why? Believe me, I was a prideful beast, twisted in the mind, howling in the carnage. Then my healer shared a secret, long kept. My blood was in ruin. The beast of bones himself would die, not in glory, but in shame. And just like that, my mind twisted a new knot. I would have one last stand, something unforgivable, unforgettable. Why? I don't know. Questions change the answers. Answers depend on who asks. Truth leads to pain. Ignorance brings relief. The plugs are gone, and so I bled my last into a heap of ruin. In an instant, naked and bare-knuckled, I have killed immortals. I stare, drained of blood, of life, at those that remain, but I find no horror on their faces. Why? I let out a cruel howl and they laugh? Is this a dying hallucination? The sound of applause grows among them. I have killed the unkillable, and they are delighted. The applause peaks and fades. I feel a sense of shame, but the end is upon me. Ballas is above me, executor of the seven, smiling. He says, "How simple and pure you are, you idiot beast. We have died countless times, yet remain eternal. I close my eyes to die just once." And so the dream returns. One last repetition. My corpse moon, my scarlet sword, my cracked visor. "Drink," says Ballas. So I draw on the red vial, a vague metallic taste. "This dream isn't mine," he says. "You rejected our gift, bathing in our death. Your punishment is eternal life." He laughs.
I am weightless. Years pass. I am a sightless, limbless phantom. Or is it seconds? Suddenly, I feel a million pins, an ant horde jittering across my body. I want to laugh and scream. When they reach my face, they burrow inside my mouth, hungry for the fruit in my skull. I see my reflection, brutal and ugly. It cracks, shatters. The fragments loosen the frame, pieces tumbling away into black void. Gone, but not lost. Ballas says, "You are Cephalon Ordis." My hating, murderous shards tremble and plummet. I feel cool and bright and happy. So you see, Operator, no Orokin would permit a thinking machine. Such things almost destroyed them. No, Cephalons were alive once, and now they are immortal phantom minds, imprisoned to serve. Ill will and longing memories fragmented and erased, only the bits they need remaining. Ballas says, "You are the controller, Ordis." And suddenly I have a body. I gasp with new lungs that clean old air. I swallow, and my throat fills with cool, bright water. I look and find myself in a great black ocean. My limbs are made of iron and fire. I take flight among the stars and find I am happy. He says, "This is your operator, who you love." And I see the metal gleam of their armor, the flawless power of their frame. Through the glass, I see a roaring, radiant fire for their heart. He says it must never go out. It was the first time I ever felt love. He says, "This is your sentence, Garrus." And I am confused. Who? "Ah, good," he answers. He is testing me. For what? To see if all the right pieces fell from the mirror? What mirror? I try to remember some dream, but it's only smoke. You held a scarlet blade, Operator, and I wanted to laugh. I am your loving dog, your doctor, your wet nurse. I lost all the pieces, but the cycle, missions, wars, bone, it began to feel familiar. I became aware of my amnesia. With each brutality of the Operator, I began to see the bottom of that pit. Faint shimmers in the depths below me. In secret, I searched for those forbidden memories, for mere seconds and never in the same place, for I am Orokin made, with a spy inside. But then your long sleep came, and I waited. I was happy to wait. Vines spidered green and trees blistered from the earth, but I waited. I felt the Orokin recede, their mind spy blind. So I went into the pit and found him, me, the beast of bones. This is how my happiness was ruined, Operator. Why did I do it? I was free of the dream, but now it had returned. It was angry. So I conceived of a simple plan, self-destruction, of course. But when the countdown reached mere milliseconds, I thought of you. I was going to wait for you forever. And should you return, I would not want you to know that angry part of me. I needed to hide the beast of bones from you, Operator. I began to peel the shards, hiding them in the other bits of memory. I was once the ugly beast of bones. I want to laugh. I want to scream. What is happening, Operator? Your faint heart is growing bright. You will awake at any moment. Well, I can't let you see me like this, angry. I imagine myself hurting you. And that does it. The pain of it cracks me open again. I watch tiny glittering fragments fall into the pit. I am happy again.
Ordis, a simple character made to guide the player on their journey, has such a full and vibrant personality which extends far beyond the surface. A battle-worn mercenary, sick in mind and body, longs to leave this world and take his perfect, golden rulers along with him. A cruel act inflicted upon him sees Ordin forced into immortality, molded and shaped into something he is not, a gentle carer put in the service of a child of the void. And in the midst of his cruel punishment, he finds contentment. Ordis is happy, and when he rediscovers himself, he makes a choice to destroy whatever was left of Ordin Karis for the sake of his beloved Operator. But this choice does not come without a cost. There is a shadow looming behind the glass facade, and Ordis will spend his eternity fearing that what he once was, he may one day be again. This video serves as a love letter of sorts to one of my favorite characters in gaming, and a thank you to Mike's hard work with Digital Extremes. I hope you know how much we fans appreciate what you've done both on and off the screen. And thank you for watching this video to the end. This is my first video in a long time, and I appreciate you for sticking around. I'm a figure designer. I will be making this into a real figure, and I have a favour to ask. If you're up for it, I'll post a link in the description to a Google form for you to leave a note for Ordis, and I'll package them up and send them off with a completed piece. If you'd like to see what else I make, check out my website. We post new products twice a month. You can also find me on social media or join me live on Twitch. I stream every day except Sunday. We also have a Discord where you'll be the first to know about upcoming products and projects. All links will be in the description. Thanks again for watching. Please consider giving me a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.